Well, good morning, everyone. I hope all is well. It's another beautiful kind of overcast day today, which is totally great for working out in the garden. So we're kind of going to get back at it today and get some things cleaned up and get some more garden babies back in or into their beds, their permanent spots for the summertime. And so yeah, I'm going out to the garden now. Look at all the dandelions are starting to come up. Those are super pretty. Got lots of weeds to tackle this week too. Things seem to be taking off at quite a good pace. I'm really excited about it. So I got all my peppers in this bed here, which is great. And my carrots are coming up. Yay! And then I have another carrot bed. And those are coming up flawlessly. My potatoes are popping, and that's exciting. And my tomatoes are doing good, and then I have cantaloupe at the end. Onions are doing awesome. And then I'll go through and show you what I put in those beds last week. Garlic and spinach has taken off big time, and ooh, look, my chives are blooming. I'll show you what I'm going to do with those. I'm going to wait for the majority of them to come into bloom, and then we'll collect them and make garlic flavored vinegar. Yum. And radishes are doing great along with the soft neck garlic. And here's a really cool surprise. Yay! My asparagus is growing finally. So let's see, 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5 out of the 6 have produced. So that's exciting. We'll get this weeded out too, and then I'll put another couple inches of compost from that pile in here. And then the goal today is to get, hi Rosie, and there's Rosie, to get that little area tilled up and dirt filled in there, and then all these weeds taken down. And then we'll take these T-posts and relocate them, move this box to that corner, till it up, and get this filled in. And then we'll get all those stakes organized. And then this bed, we'll pull all the weeds, till it up, get some, we're going to top it off with compost, of course, and top dress it. And then this is going to be the brassica bed. So I've got broccoli, cauliflower, and Brussels sprouts going in here, and then I might pop in some sunflowers, maybe. I gotta cover it though, because we get those super fun little gnats and then also the worms, and that's just not feasible. So anyways, and then we have some other little garden babies that we're gonna pop in random areas just because I have a ton of echinacea coming up in here, and then also black-eyed Susans. So that's really exciting. And then let's see what we got growing here. Oh, I have tons of cabbage. So new babies came up over the last couple of days, which is awesome. And one broccoli. Yay, just one. And then my Brussels sprouts, there's like 3 there, so that's okay. We'll see how it goes. And then it looks like I have tomatillos coming up right here, so that's really awesome too. Yay. So, yeah, that's kind of quick garden update. There's, the herb bed's going great. I did put some lettuce in there sporadically, and as you can see, yay, chives. I threw some not basil, parsley in here. So we'll see what happens. Whoops, sneaky fingers. Rosemary, we did sage, and then red leaf lettuce, green leaf lettuce, all the fun colors just to make it pretty and eat it too. And then chamomile's taken off really awesome. And then rosemary, marjoram, thyme, and another kind of thyme. This one is Archer's Gold. So it doesn't get real tall. It's more of a ground cover, but that's okay because the lemon balm's gonna take a lot of this space, and if I can keep it manageable, these lettuce will flourish as well. So garlic's doing awesome. And so the other thing we're gonna do is probably go out to the barn out there. We'll meet the horses, but what I do is find a for those guys so that when the time comes I can use them. So the bamboo stakes, little other garden stakes, big garden stakes. So anyways, and then find a home for the T-posts because they need one. Theirs not sufficient. But anyways, so let's just get at it. So we're gonna head out to the barn first and go see if I can find a barrel or something for the garden stakes. But I just wanted to show you in the spring here, let's see, I wanted to show you the wild onion is coming up and it's blooming and it's so pretty. Let's see if I can find one to, there we go, without tripping in a hole here and getting soaked. Look how pretty these are. They're so decadent. So pretty. Just delicate, but they're everywhere. You can see the fleshes of them. Whoops. Let's do that. There we go. There's fleshes of them all over the place, even up in the field. So just sporadic, but pretty. It just adds a really pretty element to the pasture here. And adds that spring-like feel, even though it's felt like summer because it's been in the 80s here. But here's Mr. Grizz. And so that's Grizzly, Sissy, and Pawnee. So those are our two mares. He's a gelding. These have been our horses for, gosh, we've had them all of their lives. I mean, so Grizz is 26, Sissy I think is 15, and Pawnee is 25. They've been our companions for a really long time. Let's see. Oh, and the other thing too, in the last video you saw that I had released the bluebird, and my husband said when he was out here he saw it in the barn. So that's pretty exciting because if you think about it, I mean, there's our house. So then when I released him, he flew into that tree. And then later that day, he was out here on, there's a fence out there. Let's see if I can show it to you. It's not the up close one, but it's the far, whoops, yeah, the far fence post. He was out there, and then he flew in to, let's see if I can show you, this tree over here. So he was in that tree for a while above the pond, and then he flew back here into the back. So I'm wondering if maybe we can spot him while we're out here. That would be so cool. Let's see. And Welcome to the barn. All things. Let's see what we can do this one-handed. Maybe. I've done it before with hay in my hand, but well, we do this because Sissy is a smart horse, and we usually have to tighten that a little tighter because she has some loose lips and she can actually finagle that thing open and get the chain open. So, kind of interesting. Let's see if we can see him. Maybe, maybe not. Let's see. We have deer that come in here too. This is our old riding arena. There's a great big apple tree back there too, in full bloom. Let's see. Okay, so I don't know if you know that joke, why women have cleaner minds than men. Because we change them all the time. And that being said, I'm going to show you why. I changed my mind on the garden stakes back here because I found an area that they can actually sit and, well, go with the rest of them because I forgot about this pile. I have a pile of wood just around the corner from the garden that sits right there. So I'm going to take the wood stakes, these guys, and just stack them right there. That just makes it easier and convenient, and then I don't have to bring a barrel up, which makes that much more sense. And then we can kind of just put the green ones, probably throw them here in the corner of the greenhouse and make that simple. And then I can get rolling on everything else that I want to get done here. So let's just get at it. But first, I am going to go around and water everyone because, well, they kind of need a drink. I didn't water yesterday. The reason being is because I really wanted to just, a lot of times I'll apply, it's just a logic that I think about is I kind of want to stress them out a little bit so that their roots go deeper and search for water. So that's, for me, I think I just found better success with it and a lot healthier vegetables and other different plants. So anyways, I'm gonna get to watering and then we'll get on with the other chores. And it's a perfect day for it. It's overcast, which is perfect, and great to wear a hoodie on too. So that makes it really nice. And then, yeah, so we'll just get at it. Hi guys, so hey, guess what? I told you I was going to show you and I forgot to do it just a little bit ago, so I figured I'd do it really quick. So the elderberry that we propagated, this guy, so we took 3 branches off of our big elderberry tree out by the barn, and we just found that this one is pushing new growth, which is completely exciting. So, hopefully we'll have an elderberry bush here soon. Just want to do a quick update. Okay, I think I'm just gonna grab my gloves out of the greenhouse and we're gonna get started on digging up these weeds. Now that we got the soil a little bit softened up, and then we'll get a wheelbarrow full of compost and get this sucker tilled up, and then that way we can get rolling on with that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go fill the wheelbarrow up with some compost and I'll have it ready. But I have a couple spectators. There's Rosie on the right and Riley on the left. Riley, if you go back earlier in the channel, oh, I have an escapee. Hang on just a minute. Soapy, get back in the yard. Get in the yard. Yep, she's out there trying to find some horse poop to eat. That's really nice of her. So Riley was paralyzed 5 years ago, and we decided to... Hey, Missy! Soapy, get back in the yard now. Get in there. Get in the yard. Ooh, she's in trouble. We'll go grab her. You guys stay out. Anyways, Riley was paralyzed. She broke her back in 3 places. And we rehabbed her instead of putting her down, which the recommendation was putting her down, but she's an Aussie. And so we said, let's give her 72 hours and see what happens. Usually it takes about 72 hours to get over the hump. Soapy, come on, get in here. And we waited, and within 72 hours, she actually had, come on, get in here. You know how to do it. Yeah, exactly. Get. Shame on you. She had deep bone pain, which is deep bone pain is when they squeeze their foot, they'll pull back. And she had a slight pullback. So that really relieved us, because earlier in that day we had called and informed them of our decision to. It was a rough decision because one, we loved her so much. She was just an awesome dog, and she's a good farm dog. And two, she had a great mannerism. And so one thing that we talked to the vet about was, let's see how she does. And since she did respond, we decided to keep her at the vet ICU for a week. And it proved itself well. We brought her home, we had her all prepared and had a bed prepared for her. She spent a good 6 months in a little baby playpen. And we'd move her out via the changing table portion that was detachable, and we'd put her on the floor. And within about, I'd say 2 months, and I'll see if I can insert a video here, within 2 months, she started making progress and trying to move and walk, and we're just impressed. So with my background, I had some tools in my toolbox and different modalities that I could utilize to help her recover. And so we did therapy, but yeah, she's just been the best dog, and still to this day we can't believe she's still here, still kicking. She can still run fast, she can walk. It's just her back end is a little wonky, and her front end is, well, we say her front end is straight and narrow, and then her back end is 3 sheets to the wind. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rake out the box really quick, and I'm gonna stage the rototiller so that when my husband gets home, we can get that sucker tilled up. But in the meantime, Okay, so broccoli, cauliflower, and the one cauliflower, and my 4 Brussels sprouts are all in the ground. So you can see we planted the cauliflower up here on both sides. Let's see. Oh, stinking finger. There we go. Down here, and then I put the broccoli in the middle, and then Brussels sprouts. 1, 2, 3, and 4. You can just barely see him. He just poked his head out yesterday. So I got 4. But that's it for planting today. I am going to get this covered up and put some sheeting over it just to keep the cabbage moths off, and the broccoli and cauliflower worms out. But I'll first get it watered in. So I just want to say thanks guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.